Oh, you're not happy about that?
What?
You're not happy about his propensity to hit the record?
You got Jesus Christ, Lucas.
What? What's the problem?
He saw me on my phone, and he knows we don't use phones on this podcast.
It's like high school.
He saw me on my phone, and he goes, he doesn't say anything. He just goes, boop. And I look up, and I see the red light. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but what were you doing on your phone? Were you memorizing something? I usually don't see, like, you before we shoot, you're usually not so, like, getting ready to...
I'm working on my freestyle.
Yeah, are you going to, like, reveal something this episode?
No.
A lot to talk about.
No, I was just looking at some stuff.
What do you want to go after first? Number 1?
What's number 1?
Number 2? Number 3?
4.
And for the next hour?
Jesus Christ.
5. No. Well, there's what happened with the UFC.
A lot happened with the UFC, but we could save that for like the end of the show, I guess, because we could talk about that for literally till I die. I could talk about UFC.
Yeah, honestly. we could just do 2 hours
So
on just the yawn
we
fight.
We can save that for later.
Yeah. So, all right, then we can talk about how this episode, like, systematically.
Oh, yes. There's a trend going on with our views.
Yeah. Usually when we have a guest on.
And, actually, it's like, it's pretty true because look how it even fucking started. But, the trend, our views, this episode is set to be the lowest viewed episode.
No, it's not. Why do you keep saying that?
It's been a steady decline over the past 2 months. A great start.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm a stats guy.
No, you're not.
I'm a stats guy. I took I'm pretty sure I took stats and whatever. Data management in high school, university level.
Oh my goodness.
University level shit.
Bro,
So
I took stats in actual university.
Possibility of something
I'm telling
happening.
you, it's a bit different.
Trends. I'm smart. I get it. I get this shit.
So then please, Professor, tell us why this is going to be the lowest episode. Episode 4 is the lowest episode, and that's the Chernobyl episode, and I want people to go watch it.
Well, that's the outlier. It's because you beat Chernobyl to death. That's why.
No, how could that be possible? Episode. I just want you to know that every moment we spend on here talking about Chernobyl is just promotion.
True. That is true.
So thank you. All right. So no, but it just seems that every time we have a guest on, it's not so much that like the episode does poorly. It's just that people are still like watching, I guess, the other guest. Because we released the one with Yusuf, and then we released one after, and people were like, dude, your last episode was hilarious with Yusuf. And I was like, oh, shit. You
didn't even notice that we released another one afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a barn burner.
Yeah, it's kind of tough for us
Cedric was
now.
Great, too. What do you mean it was? What do you mean he's kind of tough? There's lots of people that could potentially be on. I'd like to get...
Keanu Reeves. Big shout out, my boy, Keanu Reeves. The nicest guy in Hollywood.
Yeah, this thing is perhaps destined to do... We might max out at 12 views.
12 views?
No, who knows?
I could sleep on that.
Yeah, you know what? That'll put me to bed nicely.
I was thinking ballpark 6, 7.
6, 7?
6, 7.
Oh, boy. All right, so what were you so excited about? I wrote little jot notes.
Anything.
Yeah, no, you said...
I read this article. Oh, I didn't read this article. I saw this video that got me all worked up, and then I realized it was an old one, which, like, that happens to me all the time. I'm too gullible.
Yeah, okay, but what was it?
It was this group of tourists somewhere in South America. They found this rare dolphin in the water, a baby dolphin.
Uh-huh.
And they snatched it out of the water
and took pictures with
to
it.
Take selfies with it. And then they left it on the beach to die. And it's like an endangered species. There's only like 3,000 of them left.
Where was this?
In like South America, somewhere like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. People are fucking horrible.
That, like, for a fucking picture?
Yeah, of course. People are horrible.
Yeah.
No, like yeah, like it's just this weird thing about like humans.
Like there was not one person in that crowd who was like, "Hey, like maybe you shouldn't fucking do this." Everyone there was just like, "Oh, this is gonna bump my clout on Instagram if I take a picture of the fucking baby dolphin."
I bet it did too. My hat's all over the fucking place today, and it's time for new hats.
So is mine.
Because
it is time for new hats. You'll probably, if you look at the thumbnails, you see this yellow P, and like this is just huge marketing for the Pirates.
Oh, it's huge marketing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We're up there.
Gather.
Well, I mean, no, yeah, I can't lie to you boldly like that after I told you that this this channel is going downhill.
It's not going
No,
downhill.
I'm joking.
This channel has never been better.
We
I don't
just
want to hear
need,
any of that downhill bullshit.
No, I just need Keanu
We've
Reeves
never
to
been
text
more
me
alive.
back.
Hey, guess what? I haven't said this in a while. What's the next episode? Is it 9?
Is it?
You won't be on it. With that negative fucking attitude.
I'm joking.
You're trying
joking.
to you call me today and you're trying to tell me you
I
want to
called
sell
you.
want to sell the podcast? You want to sell the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulu.
To Woof.
Woof. Oh.
Oh,
if
no.
you got that joke, then like, come on, just sub that.
Please.
That
Please.
was shameless.
Yeah, that was shameless, dude. And speaking of upsetting, I can't believe that The Office is leaving Netflix in 2021.
I'm fucking mad about that too.
I mean, I can't hate it,
But
bro.
you
They
know
paid
what?
$500 million. NBC paid $500 million for it.
I'll just go to whatever fucking streaming service that's showing it next. Like,
Whoa.
I'll just follow it.
You'll pay for the NBC one?
Sure. Sure.
Buy the
fuck?
box set.
Yeah, I'll buy the box set. That's what we're talking about. That who buys box sets anymore? Like you get a
I'm
box
sure.
set.
I'm
with
sure.
DVDs
Maybe
for
there's some
Christmas.
sort of sentimental
but like an
value to it, or maybe
outdated
there's an
one, like-
actual value to
Like
it.
I was saying, like House, like the
And it's
box
still
set of
like
House.
$58 for 2 seasons. You're like, dude, that's expensive for a show that hasn't been around.
Like
for
I
a
get
while.
it if it's a show with like some nostalgia, like maybe like Friends or like Seinfeld, you get a box set or
Or The
whatever.
Office.
Yeah, for sure you get it, but House. I don't know why House came to mind. That just seems like the most overplayed like fucking show to play in the back. What do they have, like 4,500 episodes?
House?
Yeah.
No, come on. I think it had 9 seasons, like The Office.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, that show went on for as long as I can remember. Jesus. Yeah. My mom loved it.
House?
Yeah.
I really liked it too. I watched. Remember, I watched the finale and you didn't give a shit.
Yes, I actually do remember that quite vividly. The finale scene. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, some chick like pulled up to his apartment in the rain or something and like drove him off somewhere. I just remember the last
No,
scene.
he
what it
drove
was.
off
Or
with.
he drove off.
He drove. Whoa!
some
Spoiler
chick.
alert! No, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! He drove off with Dr. Wilson, I believe, because he was dying of cancer.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, it was beautiful and touching, and you fucking don't even remember it. And
I
now
wasn't
you're going to
like-
slander Dr. House on this podcast.
I wasn't. I didn't watch that show a lot, but you know, I watched 4 episodes, 5 episodes maybe, and all of them were like the same. Someone comes in with something horrific, and
Actually, I heard that.
House goes, eh.
No, I heard.
That was every episode.
I heard that a lot of those disorders aren't as rare as you think they are.
Really?
Yeah. I heard
That's
like a
not
lot.
scary.
Yeah, I heard a lot of the doctors that like actually watched the show had it figured out decently fast. Like it
Why
was
is my
tricky.
piss green?
Why did my dick blow up?
It just poof.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's absolutely terrible. Wow, moving on. So was that all you had to say? Was the rare dolphin thing?
Yeah, that was just the only thing I read today.
You had something? Oh, man. How gold would that have been if you came on and you thought that happened like 2 days ago?
I know, right?
And you were just like, you know what? I'm fucking sick and tired
I'm
of
a
this
fucking
happening.
activist now.
Yeah, but you know what? Think about it, man. You know what? That's, I'm going to make a comp video of that.
Yeah, we're gonna taser you after the video.
Oh, man. Would you take a taser for $1,000?
I'd love to try to. I'd love to get tasered, and I'd love to get OC sprayed.
Pepper sprayed?
Yeah.
Why do you call it OC? Because that's the technical term? Because you want to sound like a cop? I'd love
I
to
am
be
a cop.
OC sprayed
I am a
at the precinct.
Do we
at the
not-
5233
Hey,
precinct.
hey! Do you not follow the podcast? I am a cop that only does high speed chases. We went over this.
Ryan, I feel
So,
like
yes, I am.
I feel like you'd be one of those guys that'd be like, ooh, ooh, if you got pepper sprayed.
My name is Dope Officer Lee.
No, it's not. Dope Officer Lee. You're like, that doesn't even exist. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yemen is a place that you're not supposed to visit right now.
Yeah, don't go salmon fishing in the Yemen
Not right now, at least.
or ever.
We don't know that it might recover. It might recover.
You think so? I have no
I
idea.
don't know
what's
if
going
it'll
on in
recover in
Yemen.
our lifetime, but it's a little corrupt there
I
by
have
my
no idea
understanding
what's
of
going
it.
on over there.
Yeah. Anywho, there's like a couple of places in the world that they have like 4 levels of ranking, right?
Right.
Level 4 being like under no circumstance should you ever just visit this area.
Okay.
And I think Yemen might be one of them. Yemen,
I feel like that's like 3/4 of Brazil.
South Sudan. No, Brazil's actually not level 4, believe it or not. It's
Real.
level 3. But like in the South Sudan, they're like if you're not from there, there's like a 98% chance you'll be kidnapped if you don't have
Seriously.
like they're like, dude, the kidnapping rate out there is just through the roof. I don't know if 98% was the actual figure, but I remember it being like something shocking that I was like, whoa.
I wonder how they do it. They must have it down to a science by now.
What, the kidnapping process?
Yeah. I wonder if they just gun buck you with some big rifle.
No, bro, there's just so many people. So many people will just mob you. Like, you need to have people with guns to protect you, right? And
That's hilarious, though.
well, why do you?
Well,
think,
that's not really
Why do you think
hilarious,
I
but,
went
like,
there? Why do you think I went there?
Nope.
I went there to learn the strategy
Nope.
of the South Sudanese kidnappers.
What are you, Frank Grillo? Who are you, Frank Grillo? No.
Oh,
Frank
boy.
Grillo would survive South Sudan.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Like, what do you want me to say, dude? These people are gonna like. It's so dangerous there. They're gonna like. I heard it's like political riots and stuff like that. And
Really?
yeah, I'm sure they're not like inherently bad people, but
They're just mad.
well, and there's a lot of people there that are actually bad people. You got like Boko Haram.
So
and
they're
shit.
bad people. Not
Some
all
of them.
though. I mean, yeah, you can't always. That's how people get racially profiled at the airport. You can't just assume things anymore. Not even gender, which used to be pretty cut and dry.
Whoa.
But we'll stop that there, I guess.
Whoa. Not for this episode, at least. I don't have enough information in front of me.
Me neither.
Or I'm gonna end up sounding like a fucking fool.
Me too.
You know, that's
A-
one
a
of those
bigot.
things.
That's the word that gets tossed around.
Bigot?
Yeah, when you speak on some SJW.
Oh, shut the
topic,
fuck up.
you're a
Shut the
bigot.
fuck up. I'm free to talk about however I want. You know what the thing is that bugs me about it though?
What's that?
Is that I'm very much so on people's I'm on your side,
Yeah.
right? And the fact that like that they're
For the
still-
most part.
they still attack you though, that they're just like you can't ask basic you can't question it, you know? And how the fuck are we supposed to grow as like a people if you can't question something? How am I supposed to understand it? And you can change my opinion about something. It's just when you question, it's like you question it and you're automatically like you're a bigot. Whoa!
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, right? But I do got a lot of fucking questions though.
Yeah, like I
And
feel
but
like
again, I have no problem with it. I have no issue. If you want to be, you can be what your body. Like Doug Stanhope always says, like if you own nothing, if you own absolutely nothing, no property, like you don't own a house or anything, like you own this flesh, right?
yeah,
And it's
apparently
private
not.
property. And if you want to put heroin in it, you're fucking free to do that, dude. Honestly, you want to have kids, you don't want to have kids, you want to have an abortion, you're free to fucking do that because it's your own private property. You want to tell people you're a woman, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
No worries. But you can't like enforce that ideology on me. And that's all I'm saying. And I think there are so many rational people out there that would be like, yeah, fair enough. But for whatever reason, like what you capture on the internet is people that are just out of their fucking minds. Like, you know, it's one
Well,
video I
people
saw.
are so easily triggered, man.
For sure. But you know, there's one video I saw that I was like, it just blows my mind, bro. When Donald Trump won the election, I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. I saw a video, bro, of this lady like literally break down like I was like, oh my God. I was like, did you lose like a sibling or like a child?
No, she saw the future.
No, but did you? Chill out. That's all I'm saying. Just chill out. You know when people are like Barack Obama won and they were like, all the racists were just like, oh, right? Like, bro, the racists are going to be out. The racists are going to be out and about. I always wondered, like, what would the opposite end of it look like? What if like someone got, so like, obviously, like you'd say that like the far end Republicans, whatever, didn't like Obama because he's black and they're just like, is he even from the country and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always wondered, what would it look like on the other end of the spectrum if the Republicans got someone in office that would anger the Democrats just as bad as Obama angered the Republicans? And I was like, and I wonder which end of the spectrum would be more batshit crazy. And I can tell you this, when he got inaugurated, and I saw her, I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, you're out of your fucking mind. I don't know, man. I don't want to.
Republican.
So yeah, again, do you ever heard of a guy named Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
He comes up with a lot of interesting points, but there's one thing I noticed about him and what he does. And fair enough. It's just he goes to these universities and he allows for like an open forum debate.
Right.
Like you can go up to a microphone and you can ask him a question and you could try to argue with him, right?
Right.
Dude, a lot of these kids, from what I hear, go up with like two initial thoughts. I'm like, bro, and it's not, I'm not saying that Ben Shapiro's like thought process isn't beatable, because I watched that one BBC reporter give him a good thorough
he lit him on fire.
Slashing, right? But like these kids they're like, oh, you know what? I'm smart enough to compete with this guy. First of all, he's a Harvard educated lawyer. Good luck. That's a smart motherfucker right there. Even if you don't like him, you have to acknowledge like that. You know what? Not anybody gets that position. Right. And number two is the fact that like these kids go up there and they have like no real points in front of them. They're just so mad at him and they just want to tell them their opinion, and their opinion could be backed up. It's just they're so like upset in what he's saying, that they can't like formulate a good idea to like actually debate him. And I always wondered if you could just have someone come in like completely biased and just play the devil's advocate against them, like maybe you'd give him a good run for his money. But these kids, bro, you see like fucking fire in their eyes, and then he just decimates them. I'm like, this guy's filled with facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to like match that level of energy almost, right? But yeah, like think about if you so the other day when I was at work, I saw someone wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, even for me, I was like, whoa, buddy,
How did you get that?
I was like, that's bold. Like it's weird though. But you should have the right to wear that.
Was he wearing it because
fucking brown guy too?
Because of the reason, or was he wearing it as a fashion statement?
Who knows? But it was just like, it wasn't a white guy. It wasn't the typical guy that you would think would be wearing it. It was a brown dude, which I thought added to like almost the hilarity of it, right? But
was he getting looks and shit? Like,
I'm sure he was. I only saw him for a brief moment. Like I didn't stop and stare, right? But I was like, what? I saw it and I saw that red hat and I was like, I wonder. And I took a quick glimpse and I was like, yeah, that's the one.
It actually was, eh?
Yup. Said it. Make America Great Again.
In Canada.
Yeah, in Canada. Maybe he was American. You can go to,
I know, but like you're in Canada. Like that hat is like.
But still, I mean, it's just.
That means nothing here.
Here's the thing. It's the fact that like that hat alone agitates people.
Yeah.
Like that seems so stupid to me.
It's like you're walking. Like it's like Donald Trump is walking beside you.
Yeah, it seems so stupid to me, bro. Like how fucked up it is that if someone wears a hat, like how many times you could literally go onto YouTube and search videos of people wearing those hats, and them being like them getting them ripped off in public, like them being denied dinner and shit like that. And don't get me wrong, like this is what drives me nuts is that every time I try to argue this with people, I don't like Donald Trump. I would have never voted for him. I think he's a dipshit, right? I think he's a narcissist.
Feel the burn.
Right, yeah, feel the burn, honestly.
Feel the burn.
The Sandman's coming.
Yeah.
but you have to understand what's happening. And I'm just trying to like grasp what's going on. And I'm like, you can't do that. Even though you dislike someone, like you can't just be like, you're not allowed to eat here because of that hat. Whoa, that's fucked up, man. And
That's true.
he's a clown. I get that. But like, isn't there some sort of like just, I don't know, base level respect? I just wonder, is that on par with like denying someone for religious reasons? Like they're wearing a hijab or that little Jewish hat they wear on their heads. What's that called? Is that called a...
The what?
What's that tiny
no.
yarmulke? Is that what it's called?
What it
I don't know.
is?
Maybe,
I don't want to.
I don't know. If that's what it's called, then that's what it's called. If I'm wrong, then fucking tell me I'm wrong when you see me in
I
person.
know like 3 Jewish things, like
L'chaim.
Hanukkah,
And just oy vey.
menorah, and yarmulke. So that hat could be one of those 3
Or
words.
it could just be a Christmas,
don't
or their
hate
Christmas
me.
thing.
Like that. Those are the only 3 things I know from
But
Jewish culture.
Do you think that's on par? Like, are they not just sharing an ideology? If you like Donald Trump, right? And again, I don't. And in Canada, I voted for Justin Trudeau, who's a soft guy. He really is. Like he's very nice, right? And he did a lot for.
So you're comparing religion to politics?
I'm saying I'm not comparing religion to politics. I know that they're vastly different, but I'm saying that at a core level, like their ideologies, like their beliefs,
Oh yeah.
right? And I'm just
being
questioning
rejected for a belief.
Yeah. And I'm just questioning is like,
That is fucked up. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
If
And
you think
I'm not,
about it
and
that
again,
way,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
I'm
is
not at
fucked up.
all trying to compare like religion to Donald Trump to fucking anything. I'm just trying to like break it down to bite-sized pieces for myself because I'm not as smart as fucking like when they start talking about like real complex stuff, I'm like, okay, I got to take a step back and really try to understand this. But like for me, that's all I think. And again, the funny part, I would have never voted for him if I was an American citizen. And again, he's nuts. He's out of his fucking mind. He's crazy and he agitates people and he makes me laugh my ass off because of how batshit crazy he is, right? But that doesn't mean like, you know, okay, here's a perfect example then, right? Instead of like a religious or you know what, maybe it's even on the same part. You ever hear about those people that try to get wedding cakes but they're gay and they're like, I'm not making fucking gay people wedding cakes?
Yes, I've heard of those.
You're like,
yeah.
that's fucking insane.
That is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, right? Okay, now is that on par with someone coming in with a fucking Trump hat and then being like, I'm not making you a fucking cake, you whatever you want to call him, you fucking Nazi? There's
That
like
is
this
the same
weird
thing, yeah.
Do you think it is on same? Is it on the same par?
It is on the same.
It's just an interesting thought, right? Because it's so widely accepted, and it's almost like
It's widely accepted, but at the same
and it's
time,
appreciated. People are
it's
like, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. You know?
It's so widely accepted, but at the same time, there's like still so many people who are against it.
No, I think you should be.
And it's
against
almost
it.
like a majority of it.
Right, but I think
of them, yeah.
and you should be against it. Fair enough. Again, he's nuts. I can't say that, but it's just where do you draw the line? Where is it okay, bro? Fucking Kathy Griffin and I do stand up comedy. I do my best to just be a comedian. Kathy Griffin fucking had a picture like with a sawed off head. You remember that with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what happened if you did that with Obama? You're fucking dead.
You are actually
You're
dead.
fucking dead.
But
and
that
I was,
was
like, man,
something
it's,
else.
But again, it's so now that was
that was
out of the boundaries, but
yeah.
like it's like widely accepted and applauded when people are like, yeah, fuck that guy for denying him service for having a Trump hat, and it's like, yo, it's weird because I question everything and I argue everything, but like I have friends like, bro, fucking how many friends of mine are Muslims and stuff like that, and
maybe he's doing something crazy and making people bond over a common enemy.
Who?
Trump.
He
An
is.
entire
He is
nation.
almost essentially,
He's
except
doing
for those.
something
Except,
brilliant
but
on
but
purpose.
but at the same time,
I'm joking.
people
I don't-
fucking he won.
Yeah, he did.
You know,
He did.
and
But
it's
I don't know if
strangely
that
enough,
was a popularity
I gotta be honest.
contest or a
Bro,
actual political battle.
I have no idea what happened, and I can tell you this: I was taking a political science class called literally American Government or something like that. It was some big long class, but that's what I took out of it. I was like, I'd like to learn American politics or just a small level of it, right? And so what did you shake your head for?
Nothing. Go ahead. Keep going.
What's going on over there?
No, there's someone over there.
There's someone breaking in.
No, there's. Go ahead.
Anywho, fuck. Is everything all right, Bade? Okay. So, I completely lost my train of thought. I could bring it back though.
Just really, just.
You know what's so shit too is that it's being.
There we go.
Is that because it's
worked.
being recorded? I mean, I was talking about the
Yeah,
the whole
Lucas, just
Trump
rewind
thing
it.
and yeah, that's a oh man, that sucks. I was on some sort of interesting tangent there about the whole administration. Oh, I was right. I remember now.
Poli-sci.
I was taking a political science
Yeah.
class called United States Government, blah, 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 some shit like that. My professor, 2 nights before, and this guy's a fucking PhD in political science, in American political science, 2 nights before, literally said Hillary Clinton has this in the bag. Bro, when he won, I was like, so I can tell you this right now. We don't know shit about shit when it comes to politics.
And you lose your job.
Bro, everybody literally said Hillary Clinton has it. They're
That's
like, it's
awesome.
over. And Donald Trump came out of nowhere and was just like, China. And everybody was like, yes.
Billions and billions and billions and billions.
and billions. Yeah. And it's wild. And you want to know something? I was extremely surprised when he won the first time in 2016. But if he wins in 2020, I would not at all be surprised. What is that? Some sort of cryptic message? No, he's just putting up the whiteboard.
Oh, okay. The whiteboard's always exciting.
Anywho, moving on. That's my controversy for the day. There's other controversies we could talk about.
Endangered species.
Endangered species, bro. Sometimes I see
No,
some
I haven't
shit.
read enough about it, but I know all of our favorite animals are going extinct.
It's not even that like
Everyone's favorite animals are going extinct.
I see. It's not even that everybody's favorite. It's bro. Like the way we treat the planet.
We treat it like shit. And
George Carlin had an amazing bit about it where he's just like everybody talks about fucking plastic being the problem. Plastic is the problem. He's like, guess what? We are the problem and the world will get rid of us 100%. I even have come to terms with that in my mind. I'm like, yo, it literally is its own ecosystem. An ecosystem will eventually bring to a point where it's like it's gonna have to clean itself, right?
I don't know if it can clean itself, bro.
Bro, plastic was
It's gonna
created.
get
But
to
think about this. Plastic was created by the Earth, right?
Yeah, but
Plastic's not the problem. We are the problem. The Earth could restore itself. I heard there was like estimates that said if we fucked off as a race, right? The Earth would restore itself. Like it would take over entire cities in like 15 to 20 years. Like 20 years, you'd go to New York, which we're going to, right? And you go to my beautiful penthouse in Manhattan, right? I don't think. Anyway, and that whole building would be engulfed in like vines and shit. The nature would take back what it be. Bro, we spend a lot
I
of time.
guess so. Hey,
It
we
would.
keep fucking up the planet like this. We're due for another ice age.
I don't know what it's going to be, an ice age, some shit. And I don't mean like conspiracy either. Like I have no
Yeah, I know.
real
I'm not some
science,
crazy
like, I'm
kook
not,
that's just talking about
Yeah.
watch out for the ice age, the rapture.
but I did.
Not shit like
I
that.
actually,
but no, but
sometimes
we are fucking up this planet irreversibly at this point because like
I couldn't. Yeah, dude.
and there's literally nothing. Like it's not that nothing can be done. Like we
Bro,
can
they're
slow
finding
it down.
they're finding plastic spoons in fish.
But
Like,
that's
they're
so
fucking,
fucked. The only thing that we can do is just slow it down. Like
Oh yeah,
or
it's-
or else we die. So it's a crazy cycle. Like if we don't do what we do, we'll die. But
you know they say
if we keep
it
doing
could
what
be,
we do, we're gonna destroy the fucking planet.
Right, but you mean what do you? The thing is, keep doing what we do, and everybody makes so like there's climate change, right?
Right.
But then there's just one sheer fact, and that there's too many fucking people.
There are way too many people.
right?
And what are
And
you gonna kill a bunch of people?
And that's the thing. It's like, exactly, what are you going to do? Kill a whole bunch of people? And then people are like, well, man, there's a lot of space on this planet. And you're like, okay, fair enough. Go ahead and tell someone that has a lot of money. And you, whatever your definition of a lot of money is, could be 200 grand, could be $200 million. But someone that's got a lot of fucking money, you think they're going to give up their property just to share, just because? Not a chance. So if you think about things realistically, you can't tell people to stop fucking either. You can put it rules and places and measurements, but it's just not going to happen. Like, we have, as a population, there are so many people that, like, our reproduction rate is just absurd. Our death rate to the reproduction rate is not on par, and that's not a good thing, because that means that over time it's just going to end up growing anyways, right? But yeah,
yeah, people are living longer.
Exactly, and that's something else I was gonna say. Is typically, if you think about it, way back, however long you want to go, like way back before we had modern technology and stuff like that, and I mean like skyscrapers and cars. Bro, if you got the flu, if you got diarrhea, you're fucking dead, right? You look at how far science and technology have taken us, and like I know there are things out there that could kill you. You get smoked by a bus, you get pancreatic cancer, you have a brain aneurysm or something, like you bump your head and you always had it or some shit, right? But if you look at us as a human race, like we are pretty damn good at being sustainable, right? Like,
yeah.
we live long. And so you look at someone now with something that like, bro, for instance, vaccinations, which is a whole other like 2.5 hours you could do, but it's like the average age now is what? It's got to be late 70s, early 80s, right?
Probably.
That's a long time.
I'd say
that,
like 65 to 80 is like the. You know.
Well, when you consider that probably not all that long ago, it was like 45, 50. That's crazy to add that much time on.
Bro.
Yeah, and I don't mean that long ago. I don't mean like fucking Red Dead Redemption time. I mean like 100,000 years ago or however long, right? That's not in the spectrum of things that long, right? Like dinosaurs were around like 5 million years ago or some shit. And no, the Earth was not around for 6,000 years. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. No. You just can't. Carbon works too well for that to even make sense.
The Earth's been around for 2019 years, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't remember where I heard this from, but it was just a repeat of like, go fuck yourself, and someone was trying to get their point across, and he was like, go fuck yourself, and it made me die of laughter. And now every single time I hear something in my head, I'm like, go fuck yourself, that I just disagree with. Anywho, moving on. How many push-ups do you think you can do in a row?
We did this already.
On the podcast?
Not on the podcast. You want me to do fucking push-ups on the podcast?
No, I mean, I thought you were going to say we talked about this already.
Oh, no, we didn't talk about it. No, but I tried. No, I tried to.
How many did you do?
It was the 38.
38?
Yeah.
That's legit.
That's not that legit.
They say if you can do 40 push-ups, you got a pretty strong heart, so you have a weak heart.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that legit. I'm going to die.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. No.
I'm joking. No, considering I used to be able to do like 50, 55, that's not good.
I've been incrementally increasing my push-up amounts, but I do them in sets of 3s because I consider it an exercise, right? And I remember when I like first got back into working out, like a while ago, I was like nervous to do push-ups,
right? Because
I knew I could run for a while, and I knew I was strong in things that like I often worked on. But I was like, oh shit, push-ups is one of those things that just sucks ass.
Yeah, push-ups suck, burpees suck.
I rather would do burpees than push-ups.
Lunges suck because it fucking kills my knee.
Then don't do lunges. I mean, if it kills your knee like an injury type pain, then don't
push through. Tear it fully.
That's what they say.
Tear it fully.
If you're working out
and something starts to hurt,
bad,
hit it harder.
Push through.
Yeah.
Put more weight on.
Work harder. Tear through it. Tear through that injury. Slip that disc. Burst that stomach lining.
I reluctantly went to the gym this morning. Pretty early. Not as early as I wanted to go, but early enough.
11:30.
No. No, I went at 7. And I showed up and I was just like, oh boy, I was fighting it too. Like I was laying in bed when my alarm was going off and I was like, cuz I was having a great sleep and I felt comfortable.
Oh man, this morning, yeah, I woke up at fucking 6:15 and I hit snooze and it was 6:50. I was like, I have 10 minutes to get in my car and go to work.
Yikes. And so I show up and I'm looking around and I'm just like, ugh, I don't really want to do this badly. And then this guy walks by me who's like a real good looking dude. And he's shredded, right? And he's just smiling, like huge smile on his face, morning. And I was like, oh, fuck you.
Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah, I was like, now I have to go work out hard.
You know why he's so happy?
This asshole.
Because look at what he looks like.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why he's so happy.
And you know he's got a piece on him too.
Oh boy.
I'm just betting.
You're betting. You're a betting man, eh?
No, I'm not.
You take easy bets though.
No, I don't. I never take easy bets.
That guy's jacked.
Look at my success rate and a lot of the stuff I do in my life, and they are not high because I don't take easy bets. Right? If you look at like the percentage of times like versus like how I get shot down by women versus success rate, we're not even talking numbers anymore. Right? But that's always because you want to try to aim high, right? And yeah, okay. So what? Ariana Grande blocks me. Not a big deal. I'm just joking.
I sent her 730 DMs.
Holy shit.
Ignored all of them.
I would never do that. Do you think people do that? Do you think guys
fans
do that?
DM celebs.
No, I know they DM them, but like, do you think fans like DM
to try to
Ariana
hook
Grande
up with a
smash?
fucking celebrity?
And not just a celebrity, bro.
What
She's an
goes
arena
through
seller.
your fucking mind if you were to ever try something like that?
Confidence.
That is confidence on the utmost level because that woman is impossible.
What? Which one?
Like
Ariana Grande?
Yeah, for an average Joe off Instagram to just message her, I don't. What? What kind of confidence do you have?
Well, I think a lot of it.
Do you have?
A lot of it would lie within the fact that you're like
an average
95% sure she won't hit you back.
Like an average 9 to 5 dude, like works regular job and shit. He hits up Ariana Grande.
Multi-millionaire.
I guess, hey, shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, kid.
Shoot your shot. Who am I to judge? I'm going to do it. I'll do
With
it right
Ariana
now.
Grande?
Can I do it? I'll do it on the podcast.
No, I want Ariana Grande. She's fine as hell.
All right, I'll DM. Who will I DM?
She's fucking small, eh? Ariana Grande?
Yeah, she's about the size of my Yeti. This thing got a walloper of a voice, though.
Yeah, she does. Have you ever heard her mimic Celine Dion?
Yeah,
it's
killed
like
it.
Perfect.
Yeah, killed it. Saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's hilarious. Very talented. I'd be very worried to meet someone like that. I'd be like, we're not the same thing. I'd be like, I know we're both people. We're both like bipedal and shit like that. We both have like we're not
limbs and shit.
Yeah, and we've progressed through like evolution, but your evolutionary progression it would appear substantially farther than mine because to have like that type of like looks and just talent. I don't know if her voice is like, I don't know if she has some backstory where like her mom and dad beat the shit out of her at like 2 and 3 years old and they were like, you're gonna fucking sing for the rest of your. I don't know if she has something like that or if she was just like came out and like of really birth and was singing. Just like, oh, right? Who knows? But all I'm saying,
that was a good one, buddy.
Was it?
Yeah, a good Tarzan yell, good war cry you let out there.
A Tarzan yell?
Yeah.
You think Ariana Grande let out a Tarzan yell?
No, what you just did there.
Well, I mean, if I don't want to brag.
I don't mean to brag, but
I have been called Tarzan.
I've been in contact with Disney.
And if I took my shirt off, the last thing you'd think was Tarzan.
You think Postman. Not bad.
That's fucked.
not
Why would you?
shredded.
You know what I think about Postman,
You're a postman.
and you'd say that on there.
I'm fat. I'll just outright say it.
Wow. Okay. Two things. One.
No, I'm not fat, but
Shout out to Backwoods and Soda
yes, Backwoods and Soda.
for sending us 3 cases of the Rapper Crush.
The Rapper Crush, yeah.
It's what rappers use to pour their lean in. Yeah.
Get this.
And hit them up on Instagram if you want some interesting stuff. I
Yeah,
don't
that's,
personally like cream
Backwoods
soda,
and
but I hear it's
Soda.
delicious.
Backwoods and Soda, lowercase, all one word.
Wow, that was very kind of you.
Yeah.
As if you couldn't just search Backwoods and Soda on Instagram.
Nope.
And
Have to be specific.
yeah. I hope we get something really, really, really interesting next time. Like out of the ordinary. Like, remember the energy drink in the office? Coconut penis? I don't want that one exactly, but, something weird variation of that that's safe to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Some crazy thing from Thailand.
Yeah, some crazy shit from Japan or something like that.
Snakes and pomegranate.
Yeah, snake jizz.
Yes.
Why not?
More of that.
It makes your wiener grow.
Naturally.
Naturally, yeah. It's fucking rattlesnake jizz.
If you were to believe anything would make your willy grow, it would be rattlesnake jizz.
Or great white shark jizz.
Or that's semen from an apex predator.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
apex,
if anything
first
is
of all,
gonna
that's a massive, massive, massive animal, and it's an apex predator, and you got a hold of its semen. You'd be like, how the fuck did you get that? Like, I don't even want to know how you got that.
it was a
That was an ordeal.
very, very risky milking process.
Yikes. Yikes.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I don't think sharks have sex. I'm like 90% sure they don't. There's
What
a
do they do?
weird they have eggs, and then they kind of just lay their eggs, and their sharks kind of swim off, and they got to learn how to be a shark. And some of them are successful and some of them are not.
And the one that is not, Finding Nemo.
If they made him Finding Nemo that was only sharks, I could tell you one guy.
They remake it, but it's sharks now.
But it's only sharks?
yeah. Only
Yeah.
great white sharks.
No, or just all types of sharks.
Or every type of shark.
I know someone that would watch it. I definitely know someone that's going to watch it by themselves, because I don't think anybody's coming with them. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're running deep. We're having a good one today.
Yeah, I guess
We're having a good one. You know what
It's
I'd
flowing.
love, but I'm not going to get, because
What?
I've been pretty good on my diet.
What's that?
I'd love remember we got those Oreo fucking ice creams? Did you try one?
No, I didn't. Were they ridiculous?
Wow.
They
were
looked
good.
really stellar.
Yeah. I'd never had one up until that moment.
Really?
Oh man, was that good. Did you know Oreos are vegan? That's fucking disgusting.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Scout's honor.
Oreos are vegan?
Oreos are vegan. There's no milk product in there.
So what's that cream? Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, there's our sound and lights guy.
He just came back from the Cheesecake Factory. No. There's a place that my buddy was telling me about in New York. He said they have the best breakfast in the world. Started with an S. I gotta ask him next time I see him. But
It's the best.
it's called the best breakfast you're ever gonna fucking have in your life. I feel like I'm gonna remember that.
Really?
Lucas just showed us a dead rat he found. He found that tarantula we talked about on that one of the first episodes. Remember the one we lost?
Yeah.
Tarantula can very easily climb out of a glass terrarium if you leave the top open. They're just equipped to do it.
And they're masters of camouflage. So
Oh, shit. Our next guest is gonna be in a night suit. No, I'm joking. That's our spooky Halloween guest.
Prop.
Prop.
But sometimes it comes to life.
You know what I was thinking, and I'm too scared to do it. But I was like, what if I just let the camera record at night when no one's down here?
Catch some paranormal activity?
Yeah, because there's been some paranormal stuff happening in my house.
Like what?
Like, well, so I actually don't even.
Oh boy.
No, there is no fucking oh boy here,
Oh,
okay? You
boy.
listen to my story.
Oh boy.
I was laying in my bed the other night. Right?
Yeah.
And so I was on my phone. And like, so when your phone light is so bright, it's tough. Like, the surrounding area looks darker, believe it or not. That's why you lower the dimness on your phone, right?
Right.
So that, like, when you lower the dimness on your phone, you can actually, like, visibly see that area better. And I always post my hampers up, like in a weird way, so that, like, you couldn't open the door.
Yeah, you do. I've seen that before. You barricade yourself inside your
I
room.
do barricade myself inside my room.
With like full baskets of laundry too, with
You're
like
n-
cinder blocks at the bottom or something. I've tried to
There's
open
not-
your room door
there's
before to
not-
grab the
yeah.
charger, and it just goes tooth.
Yeah.
So you need to call the fucking FBI to break that
There's
shit
not
open.
cinder blocks in there. It's just I know how to position things good enough so that you can't get in.
That's physics that's stopping you, my boy.
Anyway, yeah, let me finish my paranormal story. So, like I said, I barricade myself in, so it just doesn't make sense that, like I said, so I backed them up back to back, and then I put, like, I have a big stuffed shark that I got as a gift once, and it's not an actual stuffed shark, it's just a stuffed toy, and
It's. I don't have a taxidermy.
I don't have a taxidermy shark in my room. You'd be like, oh my god, this guy's a psychopath.
Anyways, go ahead.
Right. So, and that's what I was thinking. I didn't. I thought it'd be like extra spooky too if I just set the camera up in my room. And so the thing that was so weird though was I was on my phone, and then like the TD app, fucking like jumped up on my screen. I was like, that's fucking strange. So I closed the app, and then I looked over, and I didn't see anything, right? And then I looked back at the app, like I looked back at my phone, and it was a closed phone, and now it's back open, and the TD app's in there, and I have $53,000 imported into my account. Now, how's that for paranormal?
Yeah, that's.
How's that?
I said, "Oh boy," at the beginning of the story.
What do you mean? Yeah, like, oh boy, here we go. Like, you know, when you walk into a pizza restaurant and you go, oh boy, what did you think that's a bad thing?
So you're buying dinner tonight?
Brother, for me.
Every night.
You want to hear another paranormal story?
No.
Oh, man. Let's talk about the UFC fights.
Oh fuck! I guess we could. Yeah. Should we do them like chronologically? Like,
Sure, yeah.
yeah. What was the first one?
First one was, see, these are not that.
Chiesa and
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Yeah.
Domination.
Yep.
What did I say was going to happen?
That's actually some of the best rolling I've ever seen. Like,
it's some of the best rolling you've ever seen because
against two very mismatched dudes.
Yeah, because Diego Sanchez is half the size of Michael Chiesa. Michael
And has
Chiesa came
no-
out and was 225 pounds, and Diego Sanchez was 170.
Bro, Diego Sanchez had no camp. He had no
He
team.
had one coach.
He had one
guy.
guy.
Yeah, it was weird.
What?
And did you know Diego Sanchez is a longtime Jackson Wink guy? Like
Really?
a long. I'm like 95% sure. Yeah, but I've been wrong before. And but he's like a long-time Jackson Wink guy. So when I saw it wasn't Mike Jackson, or I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy?
Oh, yeah,
and then
I
I
found
saw
that
you. Did
really
you see?
weird.
Did you see the video of his coach hitting a bag? This guy looks like a shmee, bro.
Oh,
He
really?
looks like when we hit the fucking bag.
No.
I'm like, how's this guy coaching Diego Sanchez? Right?
So
So
you
yeah,
know what cheesed me too? He came late to the corner after the first round.
Fucking amateur.
What?
Don't coach again, kid.
He left him standing there after the first round
Please
for
stop
like 20
coaching
seconds.
so we can avoid guys like Diego Sanchez, fucking legends, getting smashed like that.
You and Edmund go get on a bus
Honestly,
and fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Get on a bus with Edmund and leave. All right.
What was the next fight?
Wait. Well, great work by Michael Chiesa, by the way.
Amazing work by Michael Chiesa.
My prediction was correct. 3-round decision.
I thought he was
For some reason, I don't know why he didn't like really attack the finish, because I feel like he could have got it a couple of times. But who knows? Diego Sanchez is a savage.
It looked real good. It looked real good. What was the fight next? Big Jan versus Luke Rockhold.
Jan Blachowicz. Now, I had something to say about this. I've always felt bad for Luke Rockhold. I felt like he's always been kind of misunderstood.
I've always fucking hated Luke Rockhold.
So I always looked at him and felt bad for him. I'm like, I know he feels a certain way, and I know I feel like he's put it in his mind that if he's like, you know, if I live that type of life, because you hear the way he talks about like, all positive, and believe, conceive, achieve. Shut the fuck up, says Michael Bisping. But it's just like, I think he thinks that if he's arrogant like that and he's cocky like that and he really truly believes he's just going to fucking smoke everybody, that it will happen, right? Yeah. Here's the thing. That's no match for the legendary Polish power, okay?
Jan looked powerful.
And I always felt bad for Rockhold. I felt terrible for him after he got killed almost by Yoel Romero. But when I heard him say, oh, Jan is the only guy they'd give me at 205, fuck you, motherfucker. I can't believe you would be like, I get it. I know you have to think that way, but like your arrogance is ungoddamn real. And it showed that night. This guy's smirking at him in the ring. And if that's like some sort of nervous thing you have, then that's fair enough, man. That's tough.
I don't think it is.
But I know you're
such a dick.
So many people think he's a dick, right?
And you know what's so crazy, bro? Almost every Polish fighter on the UFC roster is a fucking elite fighter, like a top tier fighter.
Well, yeah, that's because there's like 6 of them.
Polish fighters are off their rocker.
But yeah, Jan Blachowicz hit Luke Rockhold so hard with a left hook, and yeah, bro, Jan Blachowicz doesn't talk shit. So when I saw him walk over and like kind of be like, you know, like, what motherfucker, right? I was like, obviously Luke Rockhold pissed him off, you know. And
yeah, there's some guys that you don't piss off.
Yeah, Jan Blachowicz, legendary Polish power. You're a legend. I hope he never fights again, because I would just be so heartbroken if he lost. And I saw him lose against Thiago Santos, and I was like, you know, it's a bit of a write-off. He's on a tear. He almost beat John Jones, but we can get to that in a second. Next fight. You know which one it is. It is the most violent
Was it
thing.
even a fight like... It was
Ben
basically
Askren versus George Masvidal.
It wasn't so much a fight as it was like, it was almost like Askren went like, oh, okay, I'm sorry for talking shit. You can hit me one good time.
No,
it's almost like something like that happened.
I watched a couple of videos. No, sorry, yeah, go ahead. My bad. Yeah,
his first instinct was to shoot for a takedown.
Bro, I saw something, and 3 people said it. Sonnen said it. Chael Sonnen. Shout out Chael P. Sonnen. I think it might have been Luke Thomas and Robin Black, who I'd love to get on the podcast sometime. Shout out Robin Black. 1 minute breakdown, Bink. Anyway.
Bink.
They all talk about how George Masvidal kind of, his demeanor, right? He always has his arms behind his back. You ever notice that?
He's a gangster, bro.
Yeah, he is a fucking gangster.
No, but like that's actually true. Like he was a gangster.
But like he always has his arms behind his back. And it's to give off this like idea like,
I don't give a fuck about you.
No, it's just like, hey, I don't want to fight. It's a passive thing. If you notice what he did against Askren, he kind of had his arms behind his back like, okay, let's bang, like let's rock and roll. And instead on a dime turn and took off full clip and jumped and hit him with a knee right in the head as Askren did a level change into a double leg. And it was like a car accident. The only one word. So again, me and Ryan watch so much UFC. We're going to dedicate the last little part of this podcast to an amazing card.
International Fight Week, ladies and gentlemen.
International Fight Week, baby boy. Let's get it. The only one word I can use to describe that is the same thing Chael Sonnen said, bro. Violent. That was scary. That was fucking scary.
It was very scary, especially how long he was knocked out for. The way he stiffened up. Yeah,
it was
the
how
extra shots.
Bro, it was how he stiffened up. You want to know something? So I listened to Ben Askren on Ariel Helwani. Bro, I have so much more respect for Ben Askren now. He was like funny too.
Did he take it like a champ?
Like a fucking champion.
Yeah, eh?
Like an absolute champion. He goes, so I hear I got some sort of like new world record. Uh, he's like, yeah, I mean, like, what do you want me to say? It fucking sucks. But, he's like, I can't say I wasn't surprised. And he's like, a lot of people were like, am I upset about the shots after I got knocked out? He's like, no. He's like, if you had asked me before the fight, if you get knocked out, is George Masvidal going to try to get extra shots in? I'd have been like, oh, yeah. I'm not surprised he did that.
That's
And he's
funny.
like, dude, I was undefeated for like a decade. He's like, it had gotten to a point where I thought my fight style was so good that I was like, he's like, I thought I'd been hit hard before. He's like, turns out I had never been hit that hard before. He's like, so yeah, got knocked out. And yeah, by the way, that was brutal. That was violent. Ben Askren, take a year off. I know you're only going to get 6 months, but take a year off.
No, take the whole year off for sure. Get some brain
Come back
scans
better.
done.
George Masvidal
You're
is gonna.
a fucking gangster.
I got a weird feeling.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
He's gonna see UFC gold one day. I'm pretty sure.
Not a
of it.
chance in hell.
Yes.
Not a chance in hell.
Yes.
Not a chance in
Yes.
hell. Not a chance in
Yes.
hell. You think he beats Usman?
Yes.
Not, bro. Kamaru Usman is gigantic,
He could do it.
and I'm pretty sure George Masvidal is gonna fight Tyron Woodley next. Good luck.
He'll handle Woodley.
Nope.
He'll handle Woodley.
Woodley beats him.
If he wrestles him, then he's fucked. The chosen one. That's such a cringy fucking. I'm not even gonna get into that. Anyways, next fight.
Holly Holm versus Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes, the best female fighter of all time,
Yes.
without a
Cemented.
shadow of a doubt.
And you know what's so fucked up about that? She is not getting half of the clout that Ronda Rousey did. No one knows who Amanda Nunes is. The whole
she is a
literally the
superstar.
entire fucking planet knew who Ronda Rousey was.
No. But dude, Ronda Rousey was the first of her kind.
That is
Ronda
true.
Rousey was the first. That's the first time you'd ever seen anything like that.
That is true.
Ever. Period. Right?
But there's also that can also be said for
And
Nunes.
Amanda Nunes doesn't speak fluent English. Like, she speaks good English, but you know how she sounds. The world champion of the world.
And the
Like,
steel.
and they still the world
I love
champion of the world.
I love it.
Portuguese. There you go. From Brazil. But
Yeah, I get it. She's not like the
and
she doesn't have the
fucking
Hollywood
head
looks and
kicked
shit
Holly
like that.
Holm, bro.
Yes.
Who head kicks Holly Holm?
That's like when Crow Cop got hit by his own kick.
Almost.
Not almost. That's like what happened.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
That's like what happened pretty much.
And then we have our main event of the evening, John Jones versus Thiago Santos. They decided to have a Muay Thai match.
Yep. They might as well have put on the fucking armbands
Yeah,
and put on
yeah,
the tie
yeah,
trunks
yeah.
and the headbands and have the traditional music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
That was brutal.
That should have been that fight should have been
On Max Muay Thai on YouTube.
Yeah, fought in Thailand.
That was brutal.
It's so funny watching them both hobble back to the dressing rooms after the fight. They
Both were in
of them,
wheelchairs.
no, both of them like on their way back had their hands over their coach's shoulders.
No, I know, but like there's
hobbling
both
back.
I saw pictures of both of them in wheelchairs.
That's so funny. Did
Bro,
they
they-
get a whole hospital room beside each other too?
I'm not sure. They're both kicking the shit out of each other. One, and Thiago Santos, I heard, won't be fighting until mid-2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did he do to
Lucas,
his?
Thiago Santos' knee is trashed, eh? Torn meniscus, fractured, something else. Like,
Whoa, was that bad, eh?
yeah. Yeah, and he was still kicking with it. He's a savage.
Yeah, he's
an
a
absolute
warrior.
savage. An absolute savage. So you know what? For the next episode, we will come with better facts, fun ideas,
Better facto.
and no one's going to even end up seeing this episode because Ryan jinxed it.
I didn't jinx it. You know what I did? I what was it? Reverse psychology jinxed it.
This
So
will be the
this is-
biggest episode yet.
We're gonna go viral with this shit.
We're going to go drink all of the crush we were sent. 3 cases. 72 bottles, I think.
Yes. The next episode will be shot from the hospital.
The diabetes division.
With the Diabetes Association of Canada.
We're actually, maybe next episode we have new hats.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe we go hat shopping. Maybe. Well, definitely. And maybe I buy some new shoes. I've been wearing the same fucking shoes for a year and a half now, and this is ridiculous.
I'd love some new shoes as well.
So maybe we look into that.
Boom! Nailed it.
Chicka chicka.